Hello friends, in this presentation we'll pick one more gate question and the concept is related to dynamic scoping. The other concepts involved in this question are pointers and functions as well. Okay, so this is a question. Actually what they have particularly mentioned is that what is the output of this particular code if dynamic scoping is followed. We have already discussed about static scoping and dynamic scoping in the previous video, and we are aware that C always follows static scoping. So the output, if you compile, will be different and the answer would be different because they are asking about dynamic scoping, but here output will come in the form of static scoping because that is followed. Okay, here initially a equal to 3, so this is a global variable, and in the main method, let's start with the main method. We are calling this function m with the address of a. So what is the address of a? I have not defined this a variable in the main method. A has been defined globally, so the address of this a will be passed to that m function. So assume that is global a because we have local a as well. Global a value is 3 and address is, assume I'm just assuming the address is 1000. Okay, this is my assumption, it can be anything, no problem. Okay, variable a value 3 and address is 1000. So I am passing 1000 as an argument, so address of a as an argument to this variable, to this function. So automatically the control goes to the function definition. So whenever you are passing an address, obviously there should be a pointer because only pointers are capable of holding address. Now y is a pointer that is holding the address of a. So star y is nothing but, what is star y? Star y is nothing but star of address of a. Address of a is nothing but 1000. Okay, so if you point to the address 1000, which is nothing but a, global a, which is nothing but 3, so whatever the changes you make at this address 1000 will be affected in the variable a. Okay, so that is there, but we have one more definition, one more variable a equal to 1, which is local to this method, and we have one more statement, a equal to star y minus a. Okay, so here you might confuse because a is a local variable. Okay, now as we have a local definition, now you should not consider the global variable. Now a is 1. Now a is 1 because we have a separate definition for a equal to star y. I have already said you that star y is nothing but the address pointing value pointing to this address 1000. So star y is nothing but the address of a. Now you might confuse that whether you should take the address of this address or this address. As you pass the address of global variable, you should consider here the global address only, global variable a address, not this one. Okay, but whenever you define use the value name a, then it will be for local a. So a equal to star y, which is nothing but the global 1000 address. So at the address 1000, that is 3, value 3 is been present. So 3 minus what is the value of a? Now it is 1. So this we are accessing global variable a with the help of pointer and is a local a. So now the a value will become 2. A value will become 2. So I will take separate space. Initially local a is, now the local a variable is 2. Okay, now we are passing the address of local a. So I will assume that the address of this local a is value is right now 2 and address I will assume it as 2000. Okay, 2000. Which one? This a. This a's address is 2000 and the value is 2, and I'm calling this function n with this address, that is I'm passing 2000 as address to this. So control goes to the function definition n. Obviously it should be a pointer which contains the address of this local variable, which contains the address of this a. So star x equal to star x into a. What is this star x represents? Star x represents 2, local variable a, because see if I take something like this, star x equal to nothing but star of x. What is x? 2000. What is being pointing to 2000? The local a, that is nothing but value 2. Okay, so star x will now contain value is nothing but local a, so star of 2000, which is nothing but local a, that will be changing overridden with whatever the expression that is being given. So x is star a. Right now star x is a, so right now that local a is 2. And what is a? We are just directly giving the value. Now a should be considered. Now what is this a? If static scoping is followed, now what will happen? As the definition of a is not available in this function, then it will search for the outermost block. So outermost block, there's a definition for a, then 3 will be considered because local variable is not available with that definition. Search will continue in order out of this block. Now x a value will be 6. Okay, star x is nothing but x, star x is nothing but a, so that would be changed to 6. So the value would be changed to 6. Now if you try to print this x star x, that is local a, output would be 6 only. Now after that, control goes to the function who has called it. Who has called that? M is responsible for calling this n function, so control will be there immediately after the call. That is, now again we are trying to print a value. So what is this a value? Which is nothing but the local a, that is our value will be 6. So output of this program would be 6 and 6 when if static scoping is followed. But what was mentioned in our question, they have explicitly given you what will be the output if dynamic scoping is followed. If dynamic scoping is followed, here x star a is given, but a is not available in this function. If x is a is not available in this function, then it will search. It will not search for outer block. It will not go and search outside this function. It will immediately search in the function for the definition of this variable a, who is been calling this. N function is called by the function m. There is a function called n in m, so it will search for the definition of a in the m function. So the definition of a in the m function is 2. Definition of a in the n function is 2. If it is dynamics, if dynamic scoping is followed, then this a will be taken. If static scoping is followed, then a will be considered as 3. That is what about static and dynamic scoping. So now as dynamic scoping is we are following dynamic scoping, 2 is considered. So here global variable is not considered. The definition that is responsible for calling the function is considered. So value would be 4. Value would be 4. Star x will give 4, and if you print this, that also will be 4. It's not 6 because we are not considering the global value. We are considering the variable definition of the called function. That is the difference between static scoping and dynamic scoping. If they don't mention anything that like static scoping and dynamic scoping, then you can give priority to static scoping because C is a static scope language. So as they are mentioning explicitly that dynamic scoping, we have to follow that. So the output of the question, output for this question is option D, 4 4. When dynamic scoping is followed. But if you compile, as C is a static scope language, output would be 6, 6 because they have explicitly mentioned dynamic scoping. Okay friends, that's it for now, and thank you for watching this presentation, and see you in the next session. Bye bye.